Broadly speaking, there are two types of modes, major and minor. But we can be more specific and distinguish between specific functional associations between modes in order to properly use them in the context of chord progressions and during improvisation. When we talk about using modes in improvisation, we are talking about chord scale theory. We will return to that concept momentarily. The 14 diatonic and chromatic modes that we've introduced earlier can be compartmentalized into 4 functional categories: major tonic, minor tonic, dominant, and intermediary or predominant. Having 3 modes in the major tonic category, for instance, enables you to choose from these modes when you improvise. On the screen, you can see the 3 modes from the major tonic family with a detailed analysis of their pitch structure. These modes are organized hierarchically, starting with the most diatonic and ending with the most chromatic one. So the Ionian mode comprises all diatonic or white keys on a keyboard. And the characteristic note, or the beauty mark, what I like to call, is the major 7 on that. That's the sound of your Ionian mode. Okay. The next mode, a little bit more chromatic, is Lydian mode. And the characteristic pitch, or the beauty mark of the Lydian mode, is sharp 11. You see? The sound is a bit more dramatic, more contemporary. So that's your mode. So now, in your solo, if you want to convey Lydian characteristics, you have to use sharp 11 in your lines, because without that pitch, there is no Lydian. And the most chromatic mode out of the major tonic category is Lydian augmented. And you can see 2 beauty marks, sharp 5 and sharp 4. Right? So that's the sound of your Lydian augmented used as a harmony. So it's completely different from your diatonic Ionian. Ionian, Lydian, and Lydian augmented. Right? It's really important to identify these beauty marks. Major 7, sharp 11, and sharp 5. These pitches have specific sound. Okay? The next family that I would like to discuss now is minor tonic family. There are 3 modes from the minor tonic family. Melodic minor, with the beauty marks on natural 6 and the leading tone, and that's the sound of the melodic minor. Aeolian, and the beauty mark is on flat 6 or flat 13. So here's the sound of the Aeolian mode. It's very solemn on the account of flat 6. That's your minor tonic chord with the flat 6. And all these notes are derived from the Aeolian mode. The Dorian mode, the beauty mark is natural 6. As you could notice, all the minor modes have a minor third as their essential chord member, and either minor 7 or major 7. But they are really The main differences between them are on account of their beauty marks. So the difference between Aeolian and Dorian is as follows. That's the sound of the Aeolian mode, and that's the sound of the Dorian mode. And that's the sound of the melodic minor. A bit more chromatic. So again, the reason why we have 3 modes, we can select from these modes during improvisation and while rendering harmonic progressions. The next functional category is dominant family. The dominant family contains 4 unique modal collections. Mixolydian, the beauty mark is flat 7. Right? All the dominant modes have flat 7 in as a beauty mark. And these modes are also considered major because all of them have major third as the other guide tone. Right? Mixolydian sharp 4 or Mixolydian sharp 11. And that's your sound. Mixolydian flat 13. As the name suggests, beauty mark is flat 13 or flat 6. So that's the sound of your Mixolydian flat 13 mode. And finally, we have the altered mode, which wins in the category of most beauty marks. So here's the sound. So we have flat 9, sharp 9, sharp 11, and flat 13. All available chromatic extensions that we can add to the dominant sound. Highly chromatic structure. So again, the dominant family of modes is organized hierarchically, starting with the most diatonic and then gradually increasing the chromatic tension within their pitch structure. And finally, we have the intermediate or predominant family. So we have 4 modes: Locrian natural 2, the beauty mark on flat 5, and major 9. That's the sound of Locrian natural 2. The next one is Locrian. With 2 beauty marks on flat 2 and flat 5. The main characteristic of the Locrian mode is that unique tritone between the root of the chord and the fifth, and the absence of natural fifth. So we cannot really generate a major triad, on that mode. Next intermediary mode is Phrygian. With the characteristic note beauty mark on flat 2. And finally, we have Dorian flat 2. So again, we have a natural 6 as a part of the Dorian collection and flat 2 as the secondary beauty mark. And again, the intermediary family of modes is derived from the minor modes, right? Because all of these modes have a minor third in their pitch structure. Their functional status within chord progression is that of connecting tonic and dominant chords. Each of these modes have a specific sound, and each of these modes, major tonic, minor tonic, dominant, and intermediary, can be further characterized by the use of specific or characteristic upper structure triads.